Hello everyone, I hope all is well on this fine day. I am back again with my epic B++ zombie killing squad here. Now, something I was very intrigued to see was actually how well Connor's rush stacks up, and what I mean by that is how well it would actually perform with continuation. And in that regards, his rush goes off and it lasts for 3 turns, and because he has a fairly fast recharge rate, it appears that his rush will actually go up just after those 3 turns ends, which pretty much means that you'll get a continuation of that plus 35 crit and you won't go without it, which that is an epic boost to any crit count, and that is really valuable when it comes to these zombie stages. Essentially my Connor currently is not fully upgraded in regards to his rush, but he's going off, he's only just missing out, so when he gets another rush up level or something, he should be going off every 3 turns, which means he will continuously be going off with that plus 35 crit. At the moment he's missing out slightly, but it's indicating to me that he will continuously go off, which is really good. It basically means that in future events, if you do have one, or you can solely use his crit rush. And that just means once you maximize his crit, he will continuously go off, so you really won't have a need for other people with crit rushes because he would continually go off. The only way that you might need him is if he was to be killed or something like that. But it's definitely a good prospect if you have one and was lucky enough to get him in that roadmap mission. He is absolutely great for zombies. Not particularly big on him with people, but for zombies he's a very valuable player, and that 35 crit honestly is one of the best crit rushes you'll get off a 4-star, and I believe it even a 5-star, it's one of the best crit rushes you will get at the moment in this game, and the fact that it has such a fast recharge rate makes it all that more valuable, which is proven to be fairly great during these current missions. I've had to use Sophia and Richard on occasions, but like I said, once his rush is fully upgraded, he will be going off all the time, and that will just make it a whole lot easier. And then you could possibly bring in people with healing rushes or other rushes that you want in that sort of team, but at the moment this team is working out great, led by Kenny with that plus 36 crit, which is an absolutely amazing leader skill when it comes to zombies. I was very lucky to have won him in the sweepstakes, and I'm very impressed by him and just stoked to have won him at the moment. It's definitely working out worthwhile. Now, these guys have just been heads here, and as you see, the waves in these missions are up a lot higher, and also the amount of zombies you're actually taking on is up that bit higher. Now, we lost Richard there, but I'm not too concerned. Like I said, it is going to happen on occasions when Connor's rush is on a cooldown, and if I'm not using Sophia's or Richard's in that gap time, then I'm going to lose a few players, but that's alright, just purely because the amount of zombies we have here is a bit higher than usual. But as I said, we will lose few, but that's okay, it shouldn't happen too often. And as you can see, these guys, even with the 5, are still headshotting their way through it a lot comfortably. Now, I just want to talk about Sophia for a sec. As you probably know, she's probably one of the best value 3-stars you can get in regards to crit rushes. That plus 30 crit, and it goes off fairly quickly. It's not overly fast, but it goes off quick enough that it can be kind of very valuable just because of that recharge rate. But she is an absolutely great asset to any zombie killing team. If you do have one of her, definitely recommend her. I keep her. She's one of the few 3-stars I keep just purely because of that crit count and how valuable that can come. I got a few people that have plus 30 crit like Rick, and then you have a few like Richard that are plus 25, but at the end of the day, Sophia is still very valuable 3-star, and that's why I do keep her. She's definitely one of my favourite 3-stars in regards to that plus 30 crit and in zombie stage. Like I said, it's the only reason I keep her, so I do value her a lot as a 3-star. That's enough doting over Sophia there. We'll just move on to stage 7 here. Starting off, they've got a big heavy count of waves here, as they do with these home Mart missions. It's up at the 8, so it just means you have to face them a few more zombies. Just saw Sophia's tendency coming in. Now, I find the team is getting touched up a bit before Connor's rush is going off. I could I could counteract that by using the sharpshooters until Connor's rush is ready to go off, but I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just more intrigued to see what these guys can do, and they're pretty impressive at the moment. That leader skill of Kenny is absolutely amazing. I do love it. Like I said, I cannot commend Connor and Sophia's rush enough. If they are not in your zombie team and you are looking for that more crit, or you're struggling with these sort of stages, then they are people I would highly recommend you put in your team just to get that extra boost of crit. And their recharge rates are fairly fast, so that makes them an even better attribute to your team. I think some people tend to overlook these rushes and these sort of people just purely because they may not be upgraded, or they're not them big 5-star hitters. But essentially, don't overlook these guys because they are great little zombie killing machines, and their rushes ain't specific to traits or personas or anything like that, so they benefit the whole team. So that crit count you're getting is just as valuable as your sharpshooters and nitric oxide. In regards to Connor, that plus 35 is even more valuable. You're getting an extra plus 15 crit. But if you think about it, even with Sophie, if you have her in the team, you're getting that plus 20 crit. You throw your sharpshooters, your nitric oxide on top of that, that's plus 40. So I definitely recommend you take them into consideration if you can, if you have them and you are struggling with these zombie things. If you're not struggling and you're cruising through the stages, ignore my words. You are doing a-okay and you don't need my help. But as always, I'll be back for the last stage later, and thank you for watching.